Hey everyone, welcome back to English with Jesse and Jane. Let me ask you something simple before we start. How is your day going so far? Good? Busy? A little lazy? Or are you listening to this while pretending to work? Don't worry, we won't tell anyone.
Yes, this is a safe place. Today, we're going to talk about something very important and very useful, daily life in English.
That's right. Daily life is what we talk about most in real conversations. Not big topics, not difficult words. Just normal things like mornings, work, meals, rest, and evenings.
And before we start, please like this video if you enjoy learning English in a calm and simple way.
And subscribe to English with Jesse and Jane for more slow, clear, beginner-friendly English podcasts.
All right, let's begin.
Jane, let's start with the morning. What does your morning usually look like?
My morning is usually calm, but not very exciting. I wake up around 7 o'clock, make a cup of coffee, and sit quietly for a few minutes. I like slow mornings because they help me feel ready for the day.
That sounds very peaceful. I wish my mornings were like that. For me, mornings are a little rushed. I wake up, check my phone, realize I'm late, and suddenly start moving very fast.
Yes, that sounds more realistic for many people. After coffee, what do you usually do?
After coffee, I get ready for work and think about everything I need to do. Sometimes I feel motivated, and sometimes I just want to go back to bed.
That's very honest. You can say in English, my mornings are busy, or my mornings are usually quiet.
Now, let's talk about the daytime. What do you usually do during the day?
During the day, I usually work, answer emails, and take short breaks. I try not to sit too long because it makes me tired.
That's a good habit. During the day, I work, attend meetings, and drink too much coffee. Coffee is basically part of my daily routine.
Yes, coffee is a daily habit for many people. You can say, during the day, I work, or I'm usually busy during the day.
Simple sentences like these are perfect for daily life conversations.
Let's talk about food. What do you usually eat during the day?
For lunch, I usually eat something quick and simple. Sometimes a sandwich, sometimes rice or pasta. I don't like heavy meals during the day because they make me sleepy.
I understand that. I usually eat something light too. In English, you can say, I usually eat lunch at home, or I eat lunch at work.
Yes, very useful English.
What about the evening, Jesse? How do you usually spend your evenings?
In the evening, I try to slow down. I eat dinner, watch something relaxing, or listen to music. I like calm evenings because the day is already long.
That's nice. In the evening, I like reading or taking a short walk. It helps me relax and clear my mind.
You can say, in the evening, I relax, or I usually rest in the evening.
At the end of the day, I like to prepare for tomorrow. I check my plans and then go to bed.
I usually think, tomorrow I will wake up early, but then I stay up late.
Yes, that happens to many people.
Now that we've talked about daily routines, let's practice asking and answering questions about daily life. These are the kinds of questions people ask all the time.
Yes, you hear these questions at work, at school, or when you meet someone new.
So let me start with a very common one. Jane, how is your day going today?
My day is going well. Thank you for asking. It's been a little busy, but not stressful. I had time to work, take a break, and enjoy a quiet lunch.
That's a great answer. You didn't rush, and you explained how you feel.
Another common question is, what do you usually do during the day?
If someone asks me that, I might say, during the day, I usually work, answer emails, and attend meetings. I try to take short breaks so I don't feel tired.
That sounds very natural. You can also say, I'm usually busy during the day, or my days are usually calm.
Let's practice some questions about the morning. Jane, what time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up around 7 o'clock. I like waking up early because it gives me time to start the day slowly.
That's a very good sentence. You can also say, I wake up early, or I wake up late, depending on your routine.
Another common morning question is, what do you do in the morning?
In the morning, I usually make coffee, get ready for work, and check my messages. Sometimes I feel energetic, and sometimes I feel sleepy. It depends on the day.
Very honest.
Now let's talk about work and daytime activities. Jane, are you usually busy during the day?
Yes, I'm usually busy, but I try to stay calm. I work, take breaks, and try not to rush too much.
That's a good habit. Another common question is, do you work or study?
You can simply answer by saying, I work, or I study, or I work and study.
And if you want to add more detail, you can say, I work during the day and study in the evening.
Food is also a very common daily topic. Jesse, what do you usually eat for lunch?
For lunch, I usually eat something simple. I don't like heavy food during the day because it makes me tired.
That's very common. You can say, I usually eat at home, or I eat lunch at work.
Another easy question is, do you cook every day?
You can answer, yes, I cook every day, or no, I don't cook every day. I sometimes eat outside.
Now let's talk about the evening. Jane, what do you usually do in the evening?
In the evening, I like to relax. I eat dinner, read a little, and prepare for the next day.
That sounds very calm. I usually watch something light or listen to music.
Another common question is, what time do you usually go to bed?
I usually go to bed around 11, but sometimes it's later than I plan.
That's very relatable.
When you want to make the conversation longer, you can ask simple follow-up questions.
For example, do you enjoy your daily routine? Or do you prefer busy days or calm days?
If someone asks me that, I can say, I prefer calm days because they help me feel relaxed and focused.
And that's all you need. Simple sentences, real life, natural English.
Now let's talk about weekdays and weekends. This is something everyone understands, and it's a very common topic in daily conversations.
Yes, people often ask this question when they want to know more about your lifestyle.
So let me ask you, Jane, how are your weekdays usually different from your weekends?
My weekdays are usually busy and structured. I wake up early, work most of the day, and follow a routine. On weekends, my schedule is more relaxed and I don't rush.
That's a very clear explanation. You used simple words, but you explained the difference well.
Let's start with weekdays. Jesse, what are your weekdays usually like?
On weekdays, I usually wake up early and focus on work. My days feel planned, and I often have tasks to finish. By the evening, I feel tired but satisfied.
That's a great way to describe weekdays. You can also say, my weekdays are busy, or my weekdays are routine-based.
Another common question is, do you enjoy your weekdays?
I enjoy them when I feel productive. When I finish my work and stay organized, my weekdays feel good.
Now let's talk about weekends. Jane, what do you usually do on weekends?
On weekends, I slow down. I wake up later, enjoy my breakfast, and spend time doing things I like. I don't like rushing on weekends.
Same here. Weekends feel like a small reset for me.
A very common question is, do you prefer weekends or weekdays?
I definitely prefer weekends because I feel more relaxed and free, but I also understand that weekdays are important.
Weekdays are often about responsibility. Weekends are more about rest.
Yes, on weekdays we think about work, schedules, and deadlines. On weekends we think about comfort, rest, and enjoyment.
Another simple question learners can practice is, what do you like to do on a free day?
On a free day, I like to relax at home, watch something light, and take a walk.
You can also compare weekdays and weekends in one sentence.
For example, on weekdays I'm busy, but on weekends I'm relaxed.
Or, my weekdays are structured while my weekends are flexible.
These sentences are simple but very powerful for daily conversations.
Weekdays make me drink more coffee.
Weekends make me forget what day it is.
That happens to everyone.
Now let's talk about plans and free time. This is something people talk about almost every day.
Yes. When you meet someone, one of the first questions is often about plans.
So, Jane, let me ask you a very common question. What do you usually do in your free time?
In my free time, I like to slow down and enjoy simple things. I read, listen to music, and sometimes go for a walk. I don't like filling every moment with activities.
That's a very natural answer. You explained not just what you do, but how you feel about it.
Another common question is, do you have much free time?
I don't always have a lot of free time, especially on weekdays. But when I do, I try to use it well and relax.
That's realistic. You can also say, I don't have much free time, or I have some free time in the evenings.
Now let's talk about making plans. Jane, what are you doing this weekend?
This weekend, I don't have big plans. I want to rest, clean a little, and maybe meet a friend.
That sounds like a perfect weekend. Not every plan needs to be exciting.
Exactly. Sometimes the best plan is no plan.
Sometimes I make plans and then cancel them.
That's also a plan.
Yes, a very comfortable plan.
Now it's your turn. Think about this question. What do you like to do in your free time?
Answer slowly, use simple sentences, and don't worry about being perfect. All right, that brings us to the end of today's episode.
Today, we talked about daily life, weekdays and weekends, plans, and free time.
Remember, you don't need long or complicated sentences to speak good English.
Simple words, clear sentences, and regular practice make a big difference.
Try listening again and practice shadowing with us. Pause the audio, repeat after us, and speak out loud.
And don't forget, consistency is more important than perfection.
If you enjoyed this English podcast, please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
New, slow, and clear English podcast episodes are coming soon.
Thanks for spending time with us today.
Take care, keep practicing, and see you in the next episode.
Bye for now.